Come here, Millie. What a good girl. Hey guys, it's Kelsey and Mike here from Sweet Briar Farm. We want to take a little time today to reflect on the varied personalities of our cows. I think before we got into livestock, I thought all cattle were like blank, didn't really have a personality, and they were all the same. And I could not have been more wrong.
And we will bleep out the foul language that we will use for some of these cows. And we'll just talk about our main cows, not the steers. Who do you want to start with?
Well, we should start with Temple. She was cow number one.
Cow number one, Temple.
She's around here. Oh, Temple and Quinn.
Mother and daughter.
Yeah, so Temple here with the orange ear tag. She's an asshole.
She is a asshole. I agree.
She's an excellent mother, but she's an asshole.
I don't want to have to bleep out too much, Kelsey.
All right, fine.
So overall, all of our cows are tame, and as the Dexter breed goes, very docile.
Yeah, they're not running around and going crazy. They're not trying to hurt us. They're politely giving us space.
But Temple is...
She's got an attitude.
Especially after she calves. She's very protective, which is understandable, and a lot of cows are. That's probably part of the reason why Quinn, her daughter, turned into a, you guessed it,
asshole. She's just a smaller one. Super cute, healthy cow. We can work them when we need to, but they don't want anything to do with us. Temple will take treats from me now, but begrudgingly.
I've accepted the fact that not all of our cows are going to be meant to be potential milk cows. So Temple and Quinn are off the list for potential milkers.
Yeah.
Had we put more time in with Quinn anyway and tamed her a little bit more, and we still could. We have better cows that are prospects, and we don't need every cow to be a milk cow.
No, that'd be way too much milk.
So that brings us to Jolene.
Jolene's such a good girl. Come here, Joe. Don't make a liar out of me. Come here, Joe. Can I give you some scratches? Jolene's a sweetheart. And she's gonna be a good mama. She's getting big.
Yeah, and one of the videos we shot before about preg checking, can you tell just by looking at them if they're pregnant? At the time, you really couldn't, but now they are definitely starting to round out, especially Jolene and Temple.
Yeah.
You can definitely tell.
Darby.
She's an asshole. Good girl. Easy.
However, her daughter...
Yeah, Briar Rose is not an asshole.
There she is. Hey, Briar Rose.
So she's got the ear tag Christy, which is her registered name.
Yeah, and Briar Rose is a good girl. We've worked with her more on the halter.
She's still a little wary, but just kind of like Jolene was. I think the older she gets, the more comfortable she'll get. And she actually does well on the halter, too.
Yeah. I don't think she's going to get to be as tall as her mama either.
I hope not.
We'll see. Well, we have to include Millie. Millie's the best cow. She's a very sweet girl.
Millie's like the dog that gets into the trash, but you only have one dog. But when you get home, she gives you the look like it wasn't her.
It wasn't me.
So she can do no wrong.
No, Millie's perfect in every way.
But I think that goes with the Jersey trait overall. They're super friendly, and they're known to be stubborn. We have not really seen much stubbornness. Have we, Greta?
Our Jerseys are such good girls. They want to be with their people. They want to be touched and petted. And they want to interact with us. I think our Dexters would be just fine without us as long as they had food and water.
And it helps that she was a bottle baby.
Yeah, we got Millie at 2 weeks old.
And then that brings us to Pippi.
Oh yeah, there she is.
Pippi, she's a little leery. Doesn't necessarily like to be on the halter, but once she is on the halter, she does fine.
She was, yeah, good girl.
And she's super pretty. I love her body structure compared to the others. She has legacy genes, so that's like what, genetics pre 1980 or something like that.
Some cows are both, like Pippi's dual registered. I think our
is
bull is
Ladybug.
Is our bull?
No.
No.
And Katinka is.
Ladybug and Katinka are. But I've noticed the Dexters we have that are dual registered, they have a different body structure, and maybe that's just a small sample size. We only have
more
the 3.
older lines.
But they're more compact and petite. I like it.
Her ear tag got ripped out. That's why her ears split like that.
Yeah.
That happened before we picked her up. And her ringworm is pretty much all cleared up. I think all the cows.
Yeah.
I think Ladybug still got some, but it'll go away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they just needed the sun to come back.
So that brings us to our bullpen, Mr. President. And you've seen us work with Mr. President. He has a really good temperament. Yeah. And that's a heritable trait, is the temperament. So the aggression can be passed on, which is another reason why we have him, is because he has got the well-mannered temperament. For the cows that we're breeding him to, they should all be well-mannered little calves. What about Ladybug?
Well, Ladybug's a big sweetheart. She's, well, not big, but she's very tiny, but she's a super sweet little cow. I'm looking forward to hopefully milking her next winter. She's perfect. And so is Katinka.
Yeah, Katinka's probably the nicest one we have, and
Yeah.
we'll come right up to you.
Mm-hmm.
Jolene, you still have to approach slowly.
Yep.
The bees are out today,
They are.
which is good.
They remind me of like teenagers or our kids with like no jobs, nothing to do, and they just buzz around and they're looking for trouble this time of year. There's no food for them. They're
in the grain bins.
yeah, every time we open up a pig food barrel, 10 bees fly out. All right, so there you have it, guys. Our cows have just as varied temperaments as people, which shouldn't be surprising, but it was. And temperament is heritable. So something to keep in mind when you're breeding your animals. You want to make sure that you're breeding for the kind of temperaments you want to work with. You might want cows that don't want to be touched, that want to keep their distance. Or if you want cows that you're going to be milking and handling a lot, or forage projects, then a different temperament is something you'll be looking for. But I think overall we're very happy with the mix we have in our herd, and probably that's something that will be high on our list that we're selecting for as we choose who stays here and who goes. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Take care.